everybody. Welcome to Giddy Dwarves Worry Happily. That was suggested by Clifton Durham on Patreon. Thank you, Clifton, for being a member of the 420 Club at patreon.com/gettingdug. That's how you get your name on the show, and you get to see pre-taped episodes like this one. This one right now. This one is a pre-taped one. And you'll get to see it a day early. Like I said, it's at patreon.com/gettingdug. Doug plugs. Doug Loves Movies 12 Guests of Christmas tapings are happening this Sunday and Monday, November 25th and 26th at the Gramercy Theater in New York City. And then on December 2nd and 3rd at Largo in Los Angeles. Plus, I'll be appearing in the Emerald Cup at Santa Rosa, California at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds. I'll be introducing bands and participating in panels and stuff. And that's December 15th through the 16th. For more info, go to douglovesmovies.com and enjoy the show. See, I was right. Blast off. Here we are. We're in the basement. Pre-taping a show for your future enjoyment.
Somebody clapped.
I love entertainment that travels through time. And we're here with the legendary...
Joe Lynch.
In my own mind, yes.
I was trying to decide, am I going to make that joke?
Well, thank God Tommy did it for you.
Yes, that was beautiful. The legendary Tommy Chong and the slightly less legendary Joe Lynch are here.
I'll take that.
And yeah, we're just gonna hang out and get high. You guys have both been on the show before.
Yes.
For those that don't, know for some reason, Joe, of course, is a filmmaker who I don't know if I've talked to you about this on the show, but boy, is Mayhem a lot of fun. That movie that you made, yeah. Of course I saw it.
My heart's grown 3 sizes bigger right now. See The Grinch this weekend. No, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Like you talking about acclaimed filmmakers, we're speaking to one of the most acclaimed filmmakers of all time.
Right,
here,
an innovator as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can just, thank you very much. Let's talk your body of work. You don't understand. I was so excited when you texted me that this was happening. I was just blown away because just on a filmmaker level,
Thank you.
I'm honored to be in your presence.
Yeah, I am a legend.
But can we just talk about After Hours?
You could talk about anything you want to, because I really did plan this. I was like, I'm going to get really high and then watch Joe talk to Tommy.
That's okay, because if we can just talk about your body of work, I would be fine. We can smoke a little too, but
we're definitely going to smoke. We definitely have to start smoking. I almost forgot about that.
I'm on my lunch break now, so this is perfect timing.
Of the program. So you're in the middle of an edit on your next project, your next thing?
Yep, I'm a few weeks away from delivering the new movie. I'm cutting it now, called Point Blank. No, not that one. Sorry. It's a remake of a French film that came out in 2010. It's a kind of action thriller, I guess you could say. Stars Anthony Mackie, Frank Grillo, Marcia Gay Harden. I've now hit the Academy Award-winning pinnacle.
That's nice, yeah.
Where I can give direction and she can just kind of wave her Oscar and I'll go, fair enough, and just go back to one.
That's weird that Marcia brought that to the set.
Every day.
Wow.
She actually hung it on her, like a chain, like Flavor Flav, where anytime there was a note, she would just go.
You'd be like, Marcia, that's weighing you down. We don't need a hunchback in the scene. We need you to stand upright.
She's just weighed down by it.
Yeah.
I gotta admit though, one of the greatest movie-going experiences of my life happened during the shoot. Do you guys remember when 2001 came out on IMAX over the summer? They had a very special limited engagement.
Yes, and I meant to go and I didn't because I took a nap or something.
2.5 hour nap. That's probably about right.
No, that movie is real. It's quite lulling.
It's the perfect cinematic sedative, I guess you could say.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
I like that.
But they were showing it in IMAX, and it just so happened to be playing. We shot the movie in Cincinnati. And lovely Cincinnati, Ohio, home of Skyline Chili. And they're like, one weekend only, gotta go. So I bought like a bunch of tickets for the crew and just said, anybody who wants to come, it would be my pleasure to have you guys watch the movie with me. And fucking Marcia Gay Harden shows up. I'm like, cool, kick ass.
It's a free
and then
movie.
We sit down, fucking free movie, right? I mean, I'd watch Detective Pikachu if it was free. I'm gonna watch that, I'm gonna pay full price. But sitting down with Marcia, and then she goes, I just wanna let you know, I've never seen this movie. So to sit next to one of my favorite actors and watch this movie for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Completely sober, by the way.
Nice.
Was insane. And then when the movie was over, she just, like, you look over at her and she's just like, her head is back against the seat. She goes, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
That's all she said.
Wow.
That was it. And then it was just, she would send me texts about like, do you know what the Star Baby's about? And I'm like, oh, Marshall, I've seen the movie a few times. I know the theories.
But you get working on movies and you don't get a social life, you know.
No, well, that's the thing. Like
Usually you see movies when you're unemployed, you know.
I see a lot of.
I see a lot of movies then. Shit, I'm in trouble. But you're right though. Like when you're doing like 5-day weeks or 6-day weeks, it's like you have enough time for laundry, you know, and then you're back to your shot list.
Yeah, you don't have a life.
There was this great bar in Cincinnati called Video Archives, which was a Tarantino-themed bar.
Oh,
where
nice.
the opening is an old video store, and you have to ask a question. Like you get a question about one of the movies, and there's all these VHS tapes, and if you get the answer right, you pull the button back and a secret door opens up in the wall and you walk into this total Tarantino bar. And needless to say, I was there a lot. But they would do movie nights every Saturday night, and they would show like Goodfellas. They showed Up and Smoke one night, which was great. And then I kept going so much, they're like, do you want to just run the movie nights and everything? So I started doing that. One night we watched 3 O'Clock High, The Last Dragon, and then Maximum Overdrive.
3 O'Clock High, a Japanese movie?
No. It's the one that came out in the 80s. It's the one with the bully, the high school bully.
Phil Joannou.
Phil Joannou. But what was great, like when you work on movies and you're always talking about movies and stuff, and then you quickly find out, like, holy shit, there's a lot of people who haven't seen this particular movie or that particular movie.
Well, there's so many.
Yeah, and so, showing The Last Dragon and 3 O'Clock High together was awesome. And then Marcia Gay Harden shows up. She's like, I want to watch some movies.
I think she likes him.
That's fine. I'm totally fine with that. But then when we put on Maximum Overdrive, do you know Maximum Overdrive, Stephen King's only directorial effort?
I've probably seen it. I'm terrible with titles.
It's fair enough.
It's same as directions. I know what the place is next to.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know where the place is itself. Yeah.
You've
This
seen
is like the
Maximum
Killer
Overdrive, right?
Machines against Emilio Estevez.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we're watching that movie next, and again, watching Marcia Gay Harden watch this movie, and she just kept going, what the fuck is going on here? Totally different reaction than 2001. So to be able to have an experience of watching 2001 and Maximum Overdrive felt like a good balance, I'd say.
Yeah, it's very good.
Well, let's balance out the chat with the weed smoking
Yes.
and try a little of this stuff. We've got the sativas called, speaking of movies, Pineapple Express.
Hey!
Yeah, they made up the strain for the movie, and then now it's come full circle, and it's an actual
nice
strain that's out there that people can enjoy.
When I exhaled, there's like a cloud of Judd Apatow like furrow out of my mouth. Like,
I don't think he had anything to do with that one.
oh, didn't he produce it?
Maybe.
Have you guys seen the new Coen movie?
Oh, Buster Scruggs?
Yeah,
No,
have you
not
seen
yet.
it?
Have
I
you?
saw it.
And?
Yeah, oh, it's so good.
Really? Because it's an anthology, right? It's like a bunch of different stories.
It's a Coen movie.
That's all I needed.
It's a Coen movie.
But you can't always say that where you go like, oh, I want to see a good Coen Brothers movie. And you go, I got the perfect movie, A Serious Man. You'll love it. Doesn't quite hit all the marks.
What I mean with the Coen movie is that you don't know what you're going to
get.
Yeah, you have no idea. And then you wonder, wow, because the actors talk to the screen and all, they break all the rules.
I love that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Of course, I was stoned, so.
Speaking of which, all right.
But that doesn't make garbage good, though.
That doesn't?
Being
Sure.
high.
You did watch Mayhem.
You
love
smoke too
mayhem.
much. You smoke too much weed in your
That's
day.
probably it. I smoke too much.
See, you're normal.
It makes me normal. Yeah, I
That's
gotta
right.
smoke that little bit that just makes you crazy.
You got to be on an adult
bad
fast
movies.
for about a year.
A whole year?
Yep.
to be able to appreciate movies
How long
again,
were you
or?
in prison, Tommy?
9 months, but I was
Yeah,
on a
okay.
dope fast for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, because I was on pre-trial
Oh, right.
probation.
You had all the probation stuff.
and after trial, after sentence probation.
Yeah.
So I was out of weed for
2 years.
2 years.
And then when you started up again, it must have been amazing.
It was so good.
What was that first hit like?
The first
Was it like the end of 2001?
the first hit made me buy new shoes. Seriously, I had these old running shoes. They're skateboarder shoes, and I was on a beach, a very rugged beach in British Columbia, Canada, and I lit up, and I went walking on the logs, and I did a pratfall that was. You know that if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, well, if a comic falls on his ass and he screams and nobody hears it, that was me. I laid there in my pain and thinking, it was like God said, okay, you're going to have a toke, but I'm going to fuck with you for, and it happened. But that was my my first toke. It was
Then
great.
you still went back to it again, and here
Well,
we are.
I once you fall, you got to get back on the horse. You know?
So I'm going to quit for 2 years is the plan, according to Tommy.
Yeah,
All right.
that'll do it, man.
I'm going to pencil that in for...
But I bet you can't make a week.
I'd like to wait
Wow, that's a
until...
challenge. Holy
I'd like to
shit.
wait until like November-ish of
Oh, you're gonna
2020
wait.
before quitting for 2 years. I'd like things to settle down a little bit before I
Wait
quit.
until after the 311 cruise.
Well, that's for damn sure. You don't...
You got a cruise coming?
No, the band 311 does the 311 cruise, and you've done it, what, 3 times now?
Dude, this is going to be my 6th one, man.
300th and 11?
But this will be my 6th and their 7th, I think.
Wow.
I'm one behind. I didn't do one of them, but it's always a blast. And I, again, ask you, are you gonna get a room and come on the cruise?
Me?
Yeah.
I want to this year. Yeah, because
Is it
we
gonna
have a
happen?
mutual friend that's also playing. Have they
Peanut, you
announced?
got to tell Peanut you want in because it's sold out. It's full,
Where's the cruise go to?
but they got
Well, they're going to Belize.
they know
this
people.
year,
Belize,
right?
yeah.
Man, I want to go.
Yeah, the Mosquito Coast.
Goes to Belize? Did you say? Where does the cruise go?
Belize,
Yeah.
supposedly.
There's a bunch of places. Why hasn't someone
Belize it or not.
remade the Mosquito Coast?
I don't know.
That's the perfect movie, right? Do you remember the Mosquito Coast with Harrison Ford, but the family that just says "fuck it"? and they-
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, Joaquin. No, that was River. That was River Phoenix.
I get young River and young Joaquin. Not
Mixed
Joaquin. What's the other?
Rain?
Yeah, River.
Flower?
Yeah, you're right. River.
Blossom.
River.
Dirt Phoenix.
Joaquin was Leaf when he was a little kid.
when he was in
Space Camp.
Space Camp.
Wow.
Wow, damn, he beat me. God damn it.
You guys see a lot of movies.
But I know Space Camp because I'm in Space Camp.
What?
Yeah, I'm like one of the NASA guys sitting there panicking when they shoot children. into space.
Wait.
It's true.
So do I have to go back and watch
Let's
Space
go to the
Camp?
clip.
Holy shit, that was amazing! Wow. I really hope you cut to the clip.
That would be fun. Would be fun to put that in there because this
But-
is a pre-tape.
You made me have to re-watch Captain EO, and now I got to re-watch.
Well, this one was Captain EO's pretty hard to spot me, but it's quite easy to spot me in
Space Camp.
Space Camp, and it's one of my
You're the robot in it,
one of
or-
my claims to one of my own personal achievements that I'm very, very proud of. That's just kind of obscure and strange. Is that John Williams mostly writes the scores for Steven Spielberg movies. But for some reason, he wrote the score to Space Camp.
80s were a
And
crazy
there's
time, man.
very dramatic music playing when in the scene where the kids
you're
get
going
shot
bleep,
into
bloop,
space.
bloop.
And I'm sitting at the computer and the camera's tracking behind me, and then I turn and look like I'm looking out the window at it rather than just watching it on my monitor. and I turn and my mouth's hanging open like oh my God, we're shooting children into space. And but at the time, it didn't. The movie came out and nobody cared for
saw
it.
it when it
Nobody
came
saw it. But just recently, I was reminded of the fact that John Williams wrote the score, and so John Williams had to watch video of me
you.
looking at the kids, and then write the music to it. So that to me
That's
is
amazing,
like
though.
total movie nerd thing. But
So you've had
I love it.
Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, John Williams, all of them have all gone, when looking at this footage and gone, what the fuck is that?
Why is that guy there?
Why is that guy there?
Why is that happening?
Cut away.
No,
cut
I mean
away.
Francis probably said that on the set because they went over budget, so they hired for the last day of shooting. They hired non-dancers to just wear the costumes of
For
the
big
dancers.
finale part, right?
Because you know how they're all choreographed when
Yeah.
they first come in and stuff, and then at the end when everybody's just celebrating, it's a whole new group of people. It's not those dancers, but they're wearing
Wow.
their costumes. So we had
That's
to
a
wear their
testament to
costumes
good cutting, though,
and then
'cause-
just jump around.
Because at that point, that's like when everyone at Disneyland, because it was like a Disneyland attraction, so you'd wait in line for like an hour and a half just to sit there and watch 18 minutes of Captain EO. But by the time the ending, when everyone's cheering, everyone's like, I gotta get the fuck off of this thing. I gotta get back in line for Space Mountain. Is this thing over? Wrap it up, B? Because it's like that pullout, right? Like, it's the big moment where everyone's celebrating and shit, the big swell of the music.
Yeah.
So you're in that moment?
Yeah.
Aw. I probably missed you every time because I was already in line for fucking Space Mountain.
Now, how did you get that gig?
I like to say I'm in the part right after Angelica Houston turns from an ugly monster into a less ugly princess.
Coming up next, Angelica Houston's on.
I mean, I could go on and on about this. In fact, there was a whole episode called "You Had to Be There."
I was there too.
podcast. I was there too.
Yeah, with Matt Gorley.
podcast. Yeah, where we talked mostly about that.
That's a great episode.
But once you get me started about, because I've been on so many weird sets over the years for various reasons. But in the case of that one, my friend, a friend of mine, was playing the one-legged robot in the movie.
Of course.
Yeah, and so he, when the subject of we need to just have extras come in and play the dancers, he's like, "Oh, I know a guy," and so that's how I got in.
You were the guy.
I just showed up. Yeah. And a choreographer did try to teach us some moves, and they just gave up after a few hours.
So like Paul Abdul
So I
came
had
over
to-
and was like, "Are you gonna do this?"
It
And-
was one of those ladies that you see on those things where there's choreography and they're talking about it, and she really.
So she was like, "And 5, 6, 7,
all
8."
of it, yeah, all of it. Like really treating. I really felt like I was in a chorus line.
Chorus line, the movie.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I
She
keep
looked like
holding everybody
Michael
back.
Douglas.
Oh, woof. So which one do we smoke first?
Dude, I can't believe you guys haven't smoked.
I know.
yet.
Fuck. All right. I gotta catch up. Anyone?
I mean, I showed up to this particular party very high already, but we should
Still on
all
my lunch
smoke
break, so
something.
I'm fine.
We got this little cutie here.
Here we go.
That's loaded up with the Sativa Pineapple Express. You want to try that?
Sure.
Is that, and then
Anything.
Here's a lighter for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Give it a go. We've had it on the table ever since. This is the pipe you gave me, Tommy,
That's nice.
that you can hang around your neck.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, when I go back to the edit, these
still
fucking-
got it.
my notes are gonna be awesome.
Yeah, how's Marcia Gay Harden going to feel about some guy stoned out of his mind making editorial choices over her performance?
How do you think she got the Oscar last time?
Wait, what?
Ed Harris was smoking up that whole time in the edit room of Pollock. All those choices were Academy Award-winning
Ed
choices.
Harris directed that?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's the movie that she got the Oscar for. And Ed Harris is one of the best actors in the world, right?
What about Marcia Gay Harden in The Mist?
Terrifying. Terrifying. That's one of Stephen King's best stories because it's just so well constructed and has, if you remember the book is fucking bleak. And then you see the movie and that ending. Have you ever seen The Mist?
Probably.
It's got,
Right here. Yeah, exactly. Probably in my travels. But if
you know,
you've
a bunch
have
of
you
people
guys have
get
seen The
trapped
Mist,
by
right?
fog and monsters in a grocery store.
No, I'm not a big fan of the horror movie.
Oh, okay.
All
It
right,
scares me too much.
that's good talking to you, Tommy.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. No, the Mist is really one of the most terrifying horror movies of the last 10, 15 years. It's very well constructed. It's very tight. Frank Darabont, who did the Shawshank Redemption, directed it.
Oh, I love Shawshank.
And he's a big Stephen King guy, right? See, so you can take a nap now if you want. We'll talk The Mist if that's
No,
totally
it's still
fine.
movies. I'm still in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like
still
The Mist?
it. This is the other thing about The Mist is it's one of those movies that I know quite a lot about, but I've never watched beginning to end.
Wait,
And I also know that it has an ending that just bums people out.
You've never
And
seen
I've
the
never
ending.
seen it. Yeah.
It's the bummer ending.
I've managed to
end
keep
all
the
bummer
secret.
endings.
Yeah.
Well played, by the way. It has one of the most devastating endings, so much so that the Weinsteins were like, we're not going to release this at all.
Really?
Nope, we're not going to release
Was it
this. And Darabont had a little bit of power at the time, and he went, fuck you.
Well, yeah, it was. I was going to say, it was a
dumped
fuck you ending.
It's one of the greatest fuck you endings.
I want to see that.
It's like
I
on
love
a
that.
Twilight Zone kind of level, not giving anything away.
Let's all do it, you guys. Let's see The Mist.
We'll wait.
Well, not to be a spoiler, but the Coen Brothers movie, the ending is. You know,
Oh, okay.
My wife wanted to leave.
Said too
That's how
much.
bad it was.
But don't you think that like Coen
My
Brothers
wife.
movies always? I'm waiting for that. Don't you feel like Coen Brothers know how to end a movie, even though at the risk of losing the
Oh,
audience?
totally.
You know, like
No,
it's
they do
almost
it on
like,
purpose.
Exactly.
It's a fuck you to the audience.
Yep.
You know,
But-
do you
but it's
love me
one I
this much? You're
appreciate.
going to sit all the way through, and that's what it was.
What's your
Yeah,
favorite
I
Coen
can't
Brothers
wait
movie?
to see it.
Favorite?
We got to go to a break, fellas.
No,
but,
wait.
I mean, you could still have that conversation
Okay,
during
good.
the break, but we'll be right back with Joe and Tommy. Hey, we're back, and we were talking during the break about, or before we went to break, with world famous director Joe Lynch and also director Tommy Chong.
Had him out. Fuck. We were talking about the Coen Brothers, and you had said that your favorite Coen Brothers movie is Blood Simple.
Blood Simple, yeah.
I watched.
That was the first one.
That's the first one. I have a tradition that's lasted for the last 4 movies. I watch Blood Simple the night before every shoot.
Ooh.
Before like the first day.
Of course.
It's the movie that, because I first got introduced to the Coen Brothers through Raising Arizona being played like 8 times a day on HBO.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Miller's Crossing and Barton Fink and Hudsucker and all those, like my appreciation grew. But I had never gone back to see the first one for the longest time until, you know, maybe like mid-90s or whatever, like when Fargo came out. I was like, I gotta see Blood Simple. And I was so blown away that that was their first movie. You know, they worked with Sam Raimi, so there was and Barry Sonnenfeld and all these creative people at, you know, at the start of their career. And there's that moment when the camera is going down the bar, and there's a drunk in the way, and the camera goes and continues over, and then goes into a conversation with Dan Hedaya.
Yeah.
And I watch it every time before I go to shoot because it reminds me like
You're a
this
movie
is their first movie, and I'm still watching it 30 years later.
Yeah.
So every decision counts.
Yeah.
So when they were on set that day and they were like, "Fuck, how the fuck are we gonna deal with the bum that's on the bar?" Because we shot him already. He's already in the scene. We shot him yesterday. But we needed to get that shot. Fucking go over him. And we're talking about it today. So like, it's so crazy to think that like decisions that we make on set will be seen around the world for years, if you know, if you're lucky. But at the same time, you watch that and you go like, never stop trying to challenge yourself as a director. Like when you watch that from that movie, I always go, that was made for no money, with fucking spit tape and fucking duct tape. You know, it's insane that they made that first. So anyway, that might be my.
Do you want to come on Doug Loves Movies and smoke weed and not talk about movies?
I'm gonna do that at Largo. I'm just gonna sit there with a bong the whole time.
I feel like I'm watching a master class. That's pretty cool.
Sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
it's very
No,
This is
I'm
what
in
happens when
it.
I smoke. I just want to talk movies. So
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
that's right. I mean, you know,
I also wanna hear
you
about
know I
topics.
love movies. I truly
plug.
do.
Such a plug.
Yeah, but we got Alicia here with the pod topics.
Pod topics.
There it is.
I jumped the gun. Fuck. I'm sorry. Back to one.
Hey, Nick Rutherford's still here.
Hey Doug, what's up?
How you doing?
Season 2.
I like just by the door though, you know, just in case.
Oh, he's that shadow.
He's ready to bolt.
Wow, that's dramatic.
He's
oh,
ready to
hey.
get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh my god.
There he is.
Real Coen Brothers moment here.
Yeah, that camera move was crazy.
Whoa, that was nice. That was some Friedkin shit right there.
Anyway, so she's here to tell us the latest news in the world of marijuana.
Okay. So last year, 2017, the global medical marijuana market was estimated to have been $11.8 billion in revenue.
Whoa.
And in Thailand specifically, marijuana used to just be an herbal medicine, but then it was classified as a narcotic in 1979. But now there's a new bill which has reached the Legislative Assembly, and it has the goal of allowing medical marijuana use
In Thailand.
in Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah.
About time.
In 3, 2.
Is that the only thing you didn't like about Thailand? Is their stance
laws.
on drugs?
I hate that, when
Yeah,
they
they're
kill you
scary
for
there.
smoking a joint.
Yeah, that seems intense.
Yeah.
That's too
Much.
too harsh.
Next topic.
Hey, more good news about medical marijuana. 80,000 UK physicians are now authorized to prescribe weed.
What?
Blimey!
Yeah,
Yeah.
How long ago did this happen? Did I hear about this?
just happened. Brand new.
fantastic.
Here,
It's
here's
amazing
This
how
is just
much.
in.
This is
Breaking
Yeah,
news.
but why aren't I getting those tweets? Come to the UK now. Like a lot of people think I don't go
Well,
where
because
they
it's
live
medical.
you
I
can't
mean,
smoke. Oh,
Did you have
that's
a-
it.
did you have a tough time
difficult.
in
I
the
mean,
to have
not
a
easy
doctor
medical
there.
yet.
Yeah.
Did you have a tough time before getting weed in the UK? Have you? I haven't.
No, it's funny.
People I know.
People smoked me out after my show there, but I didn't see a lot of it when I was there.
Did they have the
last time.
tobacco in it?
They like to mix spliffs.
Not a fan.
I don't
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, not a fan.
No.
I get it, though.
And our
That's
UK
That's
audience
Europe.
is
That's
not.
Europe. That's what they do. in
Yeah,
Europe.
and it's not legal everywhere, so I guess the
It's gonna
tobacco
change
helps
now.
to cover that you're smoking it. You know?
No, it's going to change. No, can you imagine Thailand going legal?
I'm
Christ.
I am imagining it. I've never been, so I'm excited about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They got marijuana there that just will keep you there. You can't get out of it. You just move there. Yeah, that's how good it is.
I agree. I think Thailand sounds awesome. Hey, in Las Vegas. I don't know if you guys have heard of this place yet. It's called Planet 13.
I was there.
Yes.
You've been
Speaking
there?
of adult playland,
It's
I opened it.
you opened it?
Yeah, I was one of I was a celebrity guy there to, take pictures and
That's amazing.
say hi to everybody. Yeah, it's huge. You know what
The
it
biggest
is?
in the world.
You know what it is? It took over the Coors warehouse.
oh,
That's how, and it's the biggest dispensary in the world. So how is that for poetic justice?
and how far is it? It's not on the strip, right?
It's a
just
block
off.
off the
The
strip.
block off. Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge.
Well,
Yeah.
and
It is huge.
it's going to have like lounges, smoking lounges, and entertainment. And,
40,000 square feet.
yeah, I'm going to put an art museum, Tommy Chong's High Art, in
That's
the
going to be part of
structure.
the facility.
Yeah.
There's lots of lights and music, I hear.
Oh yeah, it's got drones flying around and balloons. And it's a real stoner,
all right.
Holy
stoner
smokes.
paradise. You go there and
Oh
you
yeah.
just-
When I'm high, I love things flying around.
Don't mind things burning over my head. Watching my every move.
but it's
Yeah, I'm
big,
not
it's
paranoid
huge.
at all.
Wow.
It's huge, it's gorgeous.
All right.
So I
Like
think
a
he's heard
big
of it.
mall, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So I would say
Great.
yes.
Yeah, we got to go check that out in Las Vegas.
Planet
if you haven't
13.
heard of it, Las Vegas.
Planet 13.
Planet
it's,
13.
It's not hard to
13.
find. Just ask for the biggest dispensary in the world.
Do they make it? Does the outside look crazy, or is it?
Yeah, it's starting to.
I mean, what
It's
is
so
it, like a
big.
spaceship or something?
No,
or-
it's so big there. It's always under renovation to construct, or the art people got it.
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're dealing with it.
But how were the first 12?
First of the
Planets.
Sorry, I've been waiting a long time to say that one. Oh. Next topic.
I'm just glad finally there's a place I can buy weed that's also got my lucky number in it.
Oof.
What, 13?
So that's how it is.
Next.
I don't know if any of you have heard of this one, but Mike Tyson is going to have a new sitcom called Rolling with the Punches, and it's based on his own life. It's about a retired boxer who's growing marijuana.
Yeah.
And
and he gets really high and he tries to fight gorillas at the zoo.
I just really love this quote. He said, "It's basically me acting like me, so people can get a look at what my life could be like in different scenarios."
Have you seen his live show? Oh, it's incredible. I'm serious. Spike Lee, the movie director.
Yeah.
Wrote his show.
Excuse me.
Wrote Tyson's show. Yeah. Tyson has a live show, and he talks about his past, and his
one-man
neighborhood,
show that
the
he did.
one-man
Oh,
show.
yes,
Spike wrote it.
Wow.
You got to see it.
If Spike Lee directs that sitcom, I'm in.
He probably does.
In.
He probably will.
I
Yeah.
want to know who's
Tyson is a
I want to
force,
know who's
man.
hiring, actually.
You see him on stage. He tells the best stories. He talks about, the craziness of the ghetto, and what he went through. Oh, incredible stories.
Well, I'm ready to watch that show.
Yeah. I
I'll
wish
watch,
you could
I'll
have
watch
it
all
here.
13 episodes.
It's probably Netflix or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So check it out.
Yeah, they're really intriguing stories. They're really ear biters.
So
I just put a little button on the segment and we move on.
I was waiting.
I'm telling you, with the mug especially, I wish this was a morning show. I wish this was something that people would watch first thing when they wake up in the morning. I mean, I guess you can watch it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that I mention it, so
Somebody watches
try
it
to
in the
watch this
morning.
over breakfast. See how that works.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when it goes to the wide, to the close,
Yeah,
to the
you don't
close,
have
to
to
the
hear
close,
any
and
of
it's all
these-
awkward.
You don't have to hear any of that news that's going on outside because we're just here in this basement, And
And let us know. Let us know. Talk to him.
yeah, reach out to us. I don't have my phone or anything today.
Give
so-
Doug some compliments, man. He needs them.
He's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that
he needs a little more compliment. So yeah.
I love you,
everyone does.
Yeah. No, Doug more than anyone.
I really feed on that stuff. Especially if the weed's not very good. But 2 years. I'm going to take off 2 years. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you can go to
Because
jail.
I've decided to follow the what is it, the I Chong?
You know what I suggest is commit a crime,
Whoa.
Wow.
but for the people, like I did.
Oh, for the people. Like,
Yeah,
like
it's something
sacrifice
good.
yourself.
Yeah.
Couldn't you put that
like-
against any crime and
No.
someone could justify it? I
You
don't
have
know.
to have a good crime. You have to go in there for something that's noble,
Okay.
a noble cause.
What would be your noble cause, Doug?
Stopping the pipeline. With
Oh,
your
really? Wow.
I mean, that would
Doug's
be
going
noble.
hard pass. Hard pass.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
a
it
ton
just
of them.
feels ineffective,
You
and
get-
I'd go to
You
jail.
get illegal possession of a firearm while with narcotics. That'll get you 5 years.
Okay, I'll try that.
That's a good one.
5 years.
But it's legal now.
Good thing, good thing
legal
nobody's
now.
going to hear
You
this.
can't
It's
use
just a
that
private
word.
conversation we're having.
No, pot's too legal now, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, I
gotta get
can't
Doug a
wait till we
crime.
call it too legal.
We got to get Doug a crime.
We
I'd watch
hashtag
that show.
Too
Everybody,
legal.
send in your suggestions of what kind of crime Doug could commit.
Could we
And
shoot
do
this?
Send
2
them in.
years,
It's
maybe
Post office
no
box
more than 2 years.
900.
No more than 2 years. You don't want to go any longer than that.
Oh, okay. So you really got to pick a real specific crime in hopes of
necessarily.
getting exactly 2 years.
There's a book of them. You can go through.
Oh, okay.
Could we film it?
Oh, you'd have to.
Just arrest me?
Everybody films it.
This, dude, we
There's
can.
no such thing as film cameraman
That's
anymore.
true. Everything is.
Everybody's a
documentaries
cameraman.
now.
I guess if you're doing a crime on purpose, you could get a crowd first and then do it.
No.
So there's a bunch of people there filming it.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, advertise. Well, that's what Trump does.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he commits crimes, has everybody films it.
And speed it up.
It's heavy.
Do you feel like your show's changed now that cameras are in the crowd, or could be in the crowd?
Well, now there's venues that are starting to take people's phones. They can't have phones at the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like
give you-
lock
they
them
put 'em in a
these little
pouch.
pouches.
We saw Amy Schumer in Vegas, and
Yeah,
they
I
took
heard
everybody's
that.
phones.
Yeah.
So it's a real private thing. Dave Chappelle is the one that kind of got it going for comedy.
Really?
He started doing it everywhere because he just was sick of the idea that people could just put any portion of his act
On
YouTube or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, but the worst thing
Because
is
you can't develop a material if
it's
you're-
being
every
timestamped.
time it's being filmed. Yeah.
it becomes material.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because then it's kind of like the final cut,
I was
like the
there.
way it's delivered, and that's it.
You do the comedy club in Denver.
The Comedy Works. They take them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there visiting my son, and I went by the club, just for old time's sake. And Chappelle was doing a free show that night. I couldn't stay though.
Oh.
But yeah, that's
I
the best.
think you guys would hit it off. I think you got a lot in common.
It's the best. I know Chappelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the best comedy club in the world.
Really, which one?
What's it called?
It's called Comedy
Comedy
Works in
Works.
downtown Denver.
It's a basement.
Yeah, low
But
ceiling.
it's built like a mini theater, like
Like it's not like the Comedy Cellar where it feels like a basement that's been converted.
No,
into a
what
club.
they have a
theater?
big aisle down the side, so you go to where your table is, and you can get in and out of the club real easy. And
Yeah, and the seats are all like you have little trays like from school.
yeah,
Oh no way!
You
That
know,
sounds
like,
amazing.
don't-
You
there's
played
no
there?
actual tables.
and you're so held captive by the performer, because the performer is like an amphitheater, and so
Interesting.
Oh, so the comedy comes out of you just like it's like a fountain.
Yeah,
And you
it's
played
very
there before,
fun.
Doug?
Yeah, lots of times. We do Doug Lowe's movies there a lot.
Oh, nice.
And I started doing a traditional thing of every year on Mother's Day I do a podcast taping there.
No way.
Because my initial theory was that everyone's so high in Denver that like they may not even know it's Mother's Day if I just say my show's on May 14th.
So you're doing them a service.
No, but also it's a lot of, especially a lot of my fans that live
Such a good mother.
a lot of my fans that live in Denver are displaced, so they're not in the same town as their mother anyway, because they moved.
Oh, so you
they moved to
become
Denver.
mother. Oh.
They moved
This
to
is the
Denver
cause
to smoke
that he
weed.
needs to have a
That's
crime
it.
for.
That's it.
You need to cause a crime for displaced mothers.
For helping. Oh well, no, they got crimes for that.
You can burn down a
Guys.
nursery.
I don't know how much we learned in this Pot Topics segment, but thank you, Alicia.
Absolutely.
Wait, there's still more.
I learned
Do we
a
miss
lot.
So we got to go to
Oh,
the
shit.
We
commercial.
don't have more
and
time.
But there's a
it's
topic about Snoop
whole
Dogg. Big
stuff
shocker.
going on.
Here.
Yeah, there you go.
I can
Read
keep
that.
You can have it.
You could read it during the next.
I'll post this for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at that.
Special just for the
See?
Patreon.
Shout out to
folks.
Patreon. Come on.
But thank you,
Whoa.
Thank
Alicia.
you.
And we'll be back with more with
You're missing out.
with Joe and Tommy. We'll be right back. We're back.
Before your show,
Yep.
you
We
got
are
another job
back.
to go.
We're not going to post this Noob story on Patreon. Turns out it wasn't anything.
Sorry, Snoop.
What was it? Give
You
us
never made the cut,
In a nutshell,
dude.
what was the story? What did Snoop do?
You sneezed?
What?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Of course not. It wasn't that interesting. Reading
That's a
comprehension.
good memory test. Because you're the only one of us that saw it.
No, Tommy took a gander at it.
Did you?
Snoop?
What happened to Snoop?
Who is Snoop?
Who is Snoop? Who is he
Where did you
really?
get a name like Snoop?
I think he was really nosy.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It probably
Going
has
through
some
someone's
very
sock drawer.
esoteric
Oh, no.
meaning,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just liked
Dog.
peanuts. Maybe he's just a big
Because
Snoopy
you called your
fan.
best friend in jail your dog.
Oh, that's what everybody's best friend in jail is?
Yeah,
I used to
yeah,
call
it's
my
your
best
dog.
friends that in middle school.
Who was your best friend?
You
in-
had a dog in middle school?
Yeah, say what's up, dog.
Yeah.
But I've never been to prison.
What?
Well, you've been in school.
School is like a
Close.
prison.
It's
Yeah.
pretty close, yeah.
Very similar.
It's actually the same.
Just has
You don't
hours.
want to know the truth, because in federal prison, everybody's mandated to go to school if they had no education. A lot of people in the lockup have never had school, so they're mandated to go to school. So it's like a school.
Jeez.
learning all different courses. You can get degrees in prison, through the mail and through the computers and that.
But you don't get to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's true.
Until your sentence is up.
Yeah. You
Were
can,
there
also,
wedges?
you can also get degrees of murder. Who was your cellmate that
No, you don't say cellmate.
you don't?
It's too gay.
Domestic partner?
You say celly.
Sally's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Silly.
Sally's not
Unless your
gay.
name was Sully, that would
Sounds-
be kind of weird.
And you don't
Celly.
mock
Who's
anybody
your
in
celly?
That's a
prison
fine
either.
line right there.
Yeah, don't mock people in prison. They got,
No,
they got
you don't
enough
wanna
to
do
deal
that.
with. Yeah, but
They don't have much to lose, and you do.
But was your Sally
Jordan Belfort.
the Wolf of Wall
The
Street?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, and Tommy's the one that gave him the idea to write a book.
Well, I was writing a book, and
it's like, yeah, you should
he
do
said,
this too. You
"Oh,
said
I'm going
to
to
him.
write a book too.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't see your thanks in the credits for the movie.
Oh yeah, they're there.
They are there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
they're somewhere.
Now you got to go back
Yeah,
and
if you
watch
look
that
hard
too.
enough.
Give me an excuse to watch The Wolf of Wall Street. Come on.
Yeah,
like
but
it?
are
I
you
love
gonna
that
fast
movie.
forward or are you gonna watch all
No,
3 hours?
I watched the whole thing. You feel like you're on the movie's actually 8
What was
hours
You're
your
gonna
long.
favorite-
forget
your
to look
favorite
for
part?
Tommy's name at the end by the time it gets to it.
What's my favorite part of that movie? That and the one shot where Leo's like crawling from the door to get to the Lamborghini and it's open. That is a tour de force.
That was the
That was
first.
silent movie acting right
Yeah.
there.
That was
Totally.
the first story Jordan told me. You know,
the crawl to the
crawling
car.
thing. He entertained me for about 6 months. Every night he would tell me stories like that, and one after another, after another, after another. He went on.
And you sit there and you go,
And
yeah, this could be a book.
So when he decided, when I was working on my book, and he decided he was going to write a book, he wrote a few pages and handed it to me like I'm his teacher, And I read a couple of pages, and God, I've read this before. Oh, it's Tom Wolfe. He had copied Bonfires.
Oh my God.
He's a genius. So he photographic memory and all that.
remembered actual Tom
And,
Wolfe
and
passages.
he wrote the whole thing. And he said, "What do you think?" I says, "Oh, dude, you haven't written shit. Nothing. You wrote Tom Wolfe."
I have some notes.
This is
And
Bonfire
so
of
he
the
said, "What do you
man."
suggest?" And I told him, I said, "Well, write the shit you've been telling me every night. That's what people want to read." And he said, "Oh, okay."
You Miyagi'd him.
Yeah, and I told him, I give him the most of rule, and he quotes that all the time. I said, if you're going to write about something, it's got to be the most of. If it's going to be on film, it's got to be the biggest.
What did you think of the movie?
I loved it. Well, you like Scorsese
Yeah.
and DiCaprio. You can't go wrong with
I'm
that
writing a
whole
movie
thing.
about how I smoked most of the weed.
Yeah.
What? I'll catch up. That's fine. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
where
that
to start.
wasn't a jab at you. I was just.
What, you looking
I just
for a
wanted to
pipe?
use the expression "most of."
I don't know. What's going on
We
over
got
here?
dabs ready if
For some
you want to
weed?
Yeah,
get
it's
into that.
dabs time if you want to do that sort of thing.
I've never done it.
The dab.
What?
No.
Do you want to?
You haven't
This is a
dabbed?
great,
dab for
great
the first
opportunity
time
for
here?
you.
No,
Try.
that's not true. Peanut had like a pen thing that was kind of like
Sure.
shabby.
No,
I guess.
that's
Is that
a
the same
vape.
thing?
It doesn't
That's
count.
vape.
Well, no, but
Yeah.
like he said, it was like he was
It's
doing
got
a lot.
the
There was
dab
a lot of
stuff
business at
in
the
it.
top.
Yeah, there's business.
I've never done
It
this.
had business.
Yeah, this is the way to go.
Was there a snap with that?
Well, this thing over here, Joe, is all business.
Okay.
It's complete business.
A little bit of fun involved.
Yeah, and some fun.
How much
Oh,
of it is
that
party
reminds
on
me
top
though.
and business in the back, or
It's
how's
a
it go?
pretty equal-sized mullet.
If we're gonna do
A
some
lot of business in the front,
some dabs,
some
I gotta
decent amount of
find you
party in the
guys your
back.
plugs and
right.
say your plugs because I'll forget to say them if I do more dabs.
You want to do one?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Oh, and I got a list of Patreon names I gotta say too. Hi, Robert Reynolds.
Don't touch any of the metal stuff.
Okay.
That's just one of
Pull
them.
through here just like a normal bong. Put this on there, and it'll melt down. The cap goes on. When the cap comes off, clear it.
Just tell me when to pull out. There you go.
He'll just say, just suck while he says go.
Yeah.
He'll say it
That's
over
what
and
he
over
said.
again.
Baseball.
Baseball's cool coming
Yeah.
up, I'm sure.
Tommy's currently on tour with somebody named Cheech.
And Shelby.
And Shelby Chong, and always promoting his cannabis line, Chong's Choice.
It's the best weed in the world.
Chong's Choice.
Better than this even.
Chong'sChoice.us.
Tell me more.
We'll put that up on the screen.
Yeah.
And then Joe Lynch, Mayhem is now on Shudder and iTunes. I can't recommend it enough, especially, like, just look at the title of the film and go, does that sound fun to me? Do I want to watch Mayhem?
Does it pique my interest?
Because there is absolute mayhem in this movie. I can't say for sure about Point Blank yet because he's working on it now.
It'll be out next year on Netflix.
I don't know how Point Blank it's going to be. And then I'm so excited about this. I was participated in it last year. I'll have to call in or something. I got a gig I got to go do that weekend. But the third annual 48-hour Save the Yorkie benefit marathon, his podcast, The Movie Crypt, they're doing that on December 14th through the 16th. You and Adam effing Green, just stay up for 48 hours straight.
Yep.
And raising money to save all the little Yorkies.
We've saved about 9 wheelbarrows filled of Yorkies.
Oh my God! You always describe it that way. I don't like wheelbarrows full of Yorkies.
It's so cute though. Just think about it.
No, but they
not
fall
dead.
out.
That would be weird.
You're right. Wait, what
do you do with
What are you doing with a wheelbarrow?
Well, it's a Yorkie
You're
shelter
taking them
that we
somewhere bad.
donate to that saves Yorkies. Last year we raised $24,000.
Taking them somewhere nice. You let them get in the car. Or something.
Exactly.
I mean, like an old school baby carriage.
Our co-host on the podcast is a
softer.
Yorkie. Long story.
You're cool. Oh,
Yeah. So
I'm gonna have to watch this, man. Sounds good.
come and hang out. It'd be awesome.
Oh my
Actually,
God! You'd be a terrific guest.
Doug came on last year. We a couple times actually came on first and then came back.
Yeah, you were doing it for days. So I was able to.
we were
go
we would
refresh
do
and
like
come
have
back.
guests. We had movie commentaries where we'd have people come in who made the movie, and we would sit there and watch a movie on the couch. And at that point, we were watching Dawn of the Dead, and we had the editor of the movie, Pasquale Buba, who recently died about like 4 months ago of cancer. But you've seen Dawn of the Dead, right? The original one. You know the guy with the sombrero, like one of the bikers. He gets killed at the end. That's the editor of all of George Romero's movies, like in the later years, like Creepshow and Day of the Dead.
That was the editor.
That was the editor.
Put himself in.
He also edited Michael Mann's Heat.
Oh yeah.
So nice little balance of work, but he was amazing. He came on, he was a guest on our show, but then he came back because for the cause, and he was like, I'll just sit down with you guys when you want to watch Dawn of the Dead. So Dawn of the Dead's the first movie I ever saw. I was 2. My mom, we'll discuss. She couldn't find a babysitter, but that movie is huge for me.
Can you take a breath between each idea?
So my mom took me to see this movie, and
Breath. Monkey Mel.
so Dawn of the Dead was huge for me. So to sit there with the editor of Dawn of the Dead was amazing, and Doug showed up again to hang out.
Martin McCarthy, Brian Smith, Max Gingold, Carla Miller, Quasar Finkelstein,
What?
could be Stein, Victor Miller, Heidi Ager, and Caroline Culberson. Sorry
Miller.
about that. And the next show is November 27th at 12:15. It's a show that I'm going to be selecting especially for you. And who needs to dab? Anybody need a dab?
I just did it. It was amazing.
And it was
dab
good,
something?
right?
Fuck yeah, very clean.
Yeah.
I did it too.
You had a lot to say after you dabbed. You're good on dabs?
No, I just did one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you want two?
Speed dab.
I did another one while you were just saying.
Oh, okay. So I'll do one right now if that's cool. I mean, if it's hot and ready to go. Yeah.
We do movie dabs.
That was a cinematic dab for sure.
Light it.
No, let me just.
That shit was widescreen.
Yeah. It's right there. There you go.
Okay. Here we go.
What was it like working with Scorsese on?
Oh yeah, this is fun. You
incredible.
guys talk about it while I
Yeah,
dab.
he just let us do whatever we wanted.
Like, was he just kind of like, all right, guys, I want you to just come over here and just do your shit and go and just pick up the paper mache and go.
No, he was like being directed by a stoner. He'd just stand there and look at it, and we'd tell him what we were going to do. Okay.
That's it.
Hey, go back. Yeah, because, we just did our thing, It was real easy.
That movie is
We wrote
nuts.
our own own
Really?
dialogue and all. Yeah.
But like how that movie works, where it's like you're traveling with Griffin Dunn throughout the night.
Yeah.
Was he just like, all right, so Griffin Dunn's going to be in a paper
Oh,
mache
no,
cast, and that's
no.
it?
We had no clue of what was
that
being-
whole thing
what
was?
What had been shot.
Wait, so you didn't
No,
know what
I
fell
didn't know
out of the van?
school. I had no school. I had no
So what
idea.
did he say? Like, all right, you're reacting to what?
Yeah, he just said.
React to some shit.
Okay, you're trying to steal this thing, the sculpture. And
Not knowing that he was in there?
no, we had no clue because we didn't know it was somebody in there. We had no idea, the thieves, our characters. No, we hadn't.
Yeah, he
we
falls
didn't
out of the
read-
back of the van at the
Yeah.
end, and the plaster breaks, and he
But
gets
how,
up and dusts
like,
himself off. But
that's
we gotta
amazing.
go.
That was all editing. That's all editing. All we saw was what we
Thank
did
you,
that
Dab
night.
King, Taylor Rizzo.
That's Scorsese. He's onto something.
Thank you.
Oh no, he's a master. He knows what people can do.
Thank you,
and he just
Tommy
lets them do it. Basically. Yeah.
Thank you, Doug.
Bye.
Oh man.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.